Chapter 7. For God's glory to be revealed, my righteousness must die. Even my good must die. No matter how angelic a person appears, there is indeed greed inside him or her. This is because inside the human, good flows together with the spirit of disobedience. Two stems flow. Even if he or she is a young child, there is greed inside the human. Between good and evil that comes out of the human, which one should we hold on to? Of course, we must hold on to good, but even good can't give us salvation. If I am disheartened and sunken down because something is wrong, the good inside me appears as an angel and embraces and consoles me. My good, then, becomes the head of that wrong. Satan comes disguised as a consoler and love of God, and this becomes the Savior. Then we are deluded into thinking that this is the love of God, and we feel better because we think we are consoled. We must see well and check how Satan transforms itself and enters. Such person disguises itself as an angel. If the word does not open in the spirit, we can't catch the one who disguises itself. By the word that is opened in the spirit, I must drive out my good, which disguises itself as an angel. If I keep my good alive inside me, I keep covering my wrongs with it and behave as king in the church. Even the good inside me must die. The one who consoles me must disappear, and God must embrace me with the love of the cross. God does not console my good, but does things by the love of the cross. The thing that takes my good and consoles me is a king of the earth. The king of the earth comes to snatch away truth. Such person comes disguised as an angel. So how could we recognize this if it were not for the word? Until now, we had lived while being consoled in this way, and we were happy because of it. Having gone on in this way, my good held up its head. Ultimately, the human was revealed. However, if God is the one who consoles, the person I itself disappears. We must hold on to the love of God for my good to disappear. For God to be revealed from inside myself, even my good, which disguises itself as an angel, must die. We must cut off lustful thoughts and covetousness. If our faiths get trapped in a frame based on some pretense, we circle the desert for 40 years. Amongst the Israelites who came out of Egypt, those who could not throw away Egypt could not step on the land of Canaan. They could not throw away Egypt, so they could not possess Canaan. They should have possessed Canaan first in their spirits, and the glory of Canaan should have appeared in their lives in the desert. But they could not do this. We must unclothe the work of Egypt. The work of Egypt is our dispositions of the flesh. We must cut off our lustful thoughts and covetousness in order for God's things to appear. That is the era of love. Now, we must not be trapped in a frame based on formality. For God's spirit of the era of love to rest above us, we must disconnect lustful thoughts and covetousness. Step on the disposition of the flesh. The work of making a person of the flesh into a person in the spirit is not easy. More difficult than disciplining the flesh is to discipline one's character of divinity. If one can't step on one's disposition of flesh, then one's divine nature cannot be disciplined. If one is restored in the spirit, one must be able to receive the sound of reproach. It wasn't until after Jesus spilled all blood and water on the cross that he fulfilled everything. If we try something for a short while and it doesn't work, is it all right to say it doesn't work? For the life inside my spirit to rise, I must go as far as death. If I try to live, life dies. When I try to die, life lives. He said in Matthew 10:36, "A man's enemies will be those of his own household." This does not refer to the household that can be seen. I must rule over the disposition of my flesh. If I cannot rule over such a person, things become difficult. For life to rise, we must step on the disposition of the flesh and remove it from the root. For God's glory to be revealed, my righteousness must die. Sin does not belong to us. My righteousness also does not belong to us. Sin bows down its head, but my righteousness never bows down. The reason the church is noisy is that people stab each other with my righteousness. In the era of love, my righteousness must die. Now, I must lay down all things so that I can live. The first coming is the first death, and the second coming is the second death. In the first coming, my sin died due to Jesus. Now, in the second coming, my righteousness must die. God's glory then becomes revealed.